What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Spurs have lost by 3 goals to 2, 2-0 up at half time. We've just absolutely chucked this game away, lads. Absolutely chucked it away. I don't know what's happened. It was unrecognisable, that team in the second half, from what we saw in the first half. We were so good, we were vibrant, we were causing them trouble time after time. Timo down the left, Brennan down the right, Kulusevski, Dom Solanke at the heart of things. We were so good, we were vibrant, we were energetic, we were creating chances, we scored 2 goals, and probably could have scored even more than that in the first half. And then it comes out in the second half, we looked lethargic, we looked lost of ideas. Brighton were the team that looked like they wanted it. Spurs, we were just clueless. We were absolutely clueless in that second half. We could not break them down for love nor money. They scored 3 goals in the space of 20 minutes. And then when they get 3-2 up, we had literally no answers to them whatsoever. Clueless, absolutely clueless. And literally, it was complete, like, if I showed you that first half and that second half in complete isolation, you would not say that's the same team. Nowhere. They were nowhere near it in the second half.
Yes, I'm baffled by how poor we were in that second half. I mean, first half, obviously we had so much energy, especially in the middle of the park. I thought the key, I think, for me is probably the midfield. I thought in the first half we were really controlling that midfield, making sure that when we were building up, we were breaking through the lines and then getting in behind them time and time again. Werner and Johnson, I can't even remember how many times they got in behind. It was just so many, and it looked like we could score at every opportunity. We should have, maybe looking back, we should have put that game to bed in the first half, albeit 2-0 up, you're in a good position. But maybe we probably should have been more, and we paid for that. But coming into this game, we know Brighton are a very good team. We know they're very good going forward. We've got some brilliant attacking players. And the key was just to make sure that we kept them quiet, make sure that we're not giving Matoma as much encouragement as we were, and make sure that we're more physical than them. We have to out-battle them, and we did that brilliantly in the first half. I thought Solanke was getting involved. Decky and Maddison, I thought, were absolutely fantastic. I thought they were really controlling things. Decky was finding all sorts of space down that right-hand side. They just couldn't handle him, really. Brennan got him behind, obviously got his goal, brilliant finish after a really good through ball for Solanke. Werner, I mean, he was getting in behind as well. Probably could have done better with a few of his opportunities, as per usual. But I thought, first half looking really strong. As much as Brighton did have a few half chances, but I thought by and large we contained them. Really
well in control, absolutely.
Yeah,
well
we
in
contained
control.
them. We contained them. Apart from that Welbeck chance, I can't remember too much they had. And it looks like it was going to be an easy day for us in the end. Like it was pretty simple.
It was a bit too easy in that first half of time.
I think what set the tone in that first half is as soon as we came out, we conceded within a minute or 2 minutes. We conceded really sloppy goal. Destiny should get it clear. Mintez allowed way too much time in the box to finish that. Then all of a sudden the game just opened up and they were the ones bossing us. The midfield battle was well and truly lost at that point, and Baleba was running rings around us. Matoma all of a sudden was absolutely had Porro on toast. I thought the doggy was struggling badly in that second half up against Minter. Minter looked like he had the beating of him every single time on that left-hand side. And then Rutter was finding all sorts of space. And I think in the first half, where we were restricting them, and yes, they had a bit of the ball, but by and large, we were the ones controlling that midfield. All of a sudden, as soon as they got on top of us in midfield, all the gaps were there, because we know that we're going to leave gaps. We know how we play. There's no secret that we leave spaces and we are open. But I think obviously the end of the game is we'll be very pressing, very intense in our pressing, suffocate the opposition and limit their chances. Definitely by far our worst defensive display of the season by a country mile. We completely gave up those spaces in between the lines, which Rutter was able to really make us pay. And I have to say the defending especially for the first and the third goal, was just atrocious.
I thought even the second goal, I thought, I don't know what Romero's doing. I don't know why Romero's not stepping out and being more aggressive and trying to challenge for that ball. I mean, to be honest, I think Romero, Van de Ven and Udogie all pretty much looked lost at sea in that second half. All of them.
Van de Ven struggled badly.
All of them, all 3 of them. I think Porro was probably the only one that kept up his standards in that second half.
Even him, Matoma was...
Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. So what you're saying is the back 4 just completely lost their way in that second half.
I think it's more than midfield. I honestly think it's more than midfield. I think when you've got players like Maddison...
I think it was all of them.
I think when you've got players like Maddison and Decky in there, obviously it's brilliant when you have the ball, and when they're high energy, and when they're obviously got the energy and the fitness to dominate, then it's brilliant, because we saw how the results in the last few weeks, and I think a lot of us do them. But as soon as they dropped off their energy, as soon as all of a sudden Brighton were the ones getting on top of us, they struggled to deal with it. And I think they're not defensively minded, are they? they're obviously brilliant when they're pressing, when we're on the front foot, and they're good at covering those kind of spaces. But as soon as we've always said, as soon as it's on us to drop a bit and we're under pressure, we struggle, and we saw that today. As soon as Brighton had control, we had no answer to that.
Yeah. So why we could all see what was happening in front of our eyes. We were coming under pressure, increasing pressure. We just didn't come out with anywhere near the mentality that we need to go and close off that game. So why are we waiting so long to make changes in the game? I didn't understand that. Like, we should have made changes on the first goal, second goal, third goal. It still took him another 10 minutes after the third goal to make changes. Like,
the problem is once we're 3-2 down, you don't really want to make changes in a weird way, because you've got Jackie, you've got Maddison there. You don't want to really take them off at that point, because they're the ones who are going to be the ones more likely to open them up.
Yeah,
so
I get
understand
that.
Because we have no Odegaard, no Richarlison, we have we're no Son as well, so we're really struggling with forward options.
But even in the offensive section, we completely lost our way. We couldn't break them down for love nor money. We completely lost out of ideas.
Yeah.
We had no clue how to break them down in that second half, even with all that attacking talent on the pitch. In the first half, we were breaking them down like Will, and they just seemed to just completely run out of energy. It's like they went into the first half and then just came out with no gas left in the tank whatsoever.
Yeah.
So you need, whether it's an attacking personnel or whatever, you need more legs on the pitch. We had no legs whatsoever.
Agreed, and we Spursed it up. It was Spursy from us, and it
an
clearly
absolute
shows
joke.
this team still has that capacity to be like that, and that's something that Andrew's going to have to sort out. But we fell apart in that second half. There's absolutely no way around it. We fell apart.
I just can't get my head around how unrecognisable it was from the first half to the second half. You could literally have played 11 players in the first half and a complete 11 different players in the second half, and I would have told you that's probably what happened on the pitch today. So frustrating, so hard to take. We got a long journey home now.
We've got 2 weeks to mull over it.
Exactly, and West Ham coming next. So thanks everyone for joining us today. We'll see you soon.